for joining us here on 2K Sports for NBA basketball. Here with Coach Dan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And patrolling the sideline for us again tonight, Allie LaForce. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. They're stuck in neutral, unable to gain any real positive momentum.
Well, right now, for this home ball club, they've had a rocky start to the season, moving down a little here in the middle of the rankings. Hopefully they can make some corrections here and get
this early on in the season. What was the emphasis for you and your staff when you were coaching?
Well, look, Kevin, we really wanted to learn our strengths and find the best way to play to them. Of course, discovering your strengths is much easier for teams with a superstar, but either way, it's about discovering the kind of basketball your team needs to play.
Pass to Starling. Over Clark. Here's Freeman. Nice jump shot from the top of the key.
And the fireworks begin. Should be an amazing show tonight.
Yeah, and it's important to get that first score quickly and establish your game.
Clark with a wide open look. No good on the triple. It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Mitch Johnson. His team is facing off with the Ant-Man, Anthony Edwards. As far as how they plan to defend him, coach said it'll be a team effort. They plan to rotate who has him defensively, and coach's words were, Ant is so special. You have to guard him with the numbers. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Allie, thank you so much for that. Now, here's Clark. Coming in off a 12-point game his last outing. Pass to Starling. To the inside. Here's Freeman. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Well, that's a great pass. He has the timing and rhythm of a metronome.
Here's Clark. They need this. Diawara with the rebound. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And here is Anthony. To the paint. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Finding a little rhythm here that they have to like where they're at.
Yeah, you're seeing their offense in a flow. Now it's time for their defense to turn up the heat a little more.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Pass to Clark. It's up a three. Diawara with the rebound.
Well, he continues to make the effort, but the results just aren't there this quarter.
You know, Stan, even at this late stage of his career, Mike Conley brings tremendous value to the team.
He sure does, Kevin. And look, we know this.
And now here's the 2K leaderboard with the list of the NBA's best teams from three-point land a year ago.
Well, their approach to shooting was phenomenal. They didn't force many threes, and when they got a good look, they drilled it.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Here's Pope. There's the screen to end the drought. Diawara with the rebound. Diawara's got his 4th rebound in this one. To the middle. Nice pass. Right under the rack perfectly for the layup. Diawara's got 8 points.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Here's Pope. Clark for 3. Diawara with the rebound.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
Yeah, now it's all about maintaining this lead, but you can't start playing it safe. You got to keep attacking and executing.
Pass to Pope. 6 to shoot. Drops in the tray.
First make of the day should finally give them a little confidence.
Yeah, you know, sometimes all it takes is that first bucket to get a team into a groove.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
Yeah, but you can't let up at all. They've got a chance to put this game away early, and they should take it.
Texas trails by 14. That one's in, his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Nice touch there near the hoop.
Here's Anthony. Pass to Freeman. Fires for 3. That one falls, coming off Anthony's feet. 7 points in the game.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
1:53 left in the first quarter. There's the steal. And they're moving it up. And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, thanks a lot. Anthony Edwards is truly a superstar on the rise. He said, quote, "People forget how young I am. I'm not even touching my prime yet. I'm just trying to get more efficient as every year goes by." Kevin?
Yep, a star on the rise. Allie LaForce with the report. Hey, Allie, thanks.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
1:12 left in the first quarter. Three-pointer. That one's off. He's now 1 for 2. Pass to Pope. This one for 3. No good that time. Trying to add a few more points to their lead.
And they should just stay with what they've been doing.
That bucket in no time at all. Diawara's got 12 points in the game. Diawara's gotten all 6 of his shots to drop perfect from the floor. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
So it's both teams making substitutions here.
Substitution on the court.
.30 left here in the opening quarter. Clark for 3. Bangs home the trifecta.
Well-placed pass in the hands of a guy ready to attack.
Now here's Anthony. He's guarded closely. From deep. Hits it from three-point range.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead. Calling on the right guy at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
KYP, know your personnel. So far, good attention to the scouting report.
On the court for the Longhorns. The key thing, Coach, that Dante DiVincenzo brings to a team is that coveted 3-and-D skill set.
I agree with that, Kevin, but he brings so much more. He can now play off the dribble and make plays for others. And I think the most underrated thing on a lot of players who become great is Dante DiVincenzo is both very smart and very tough.
Connects from three-point range.
And that's a huge shot there, the three-pointer and the foul. Not the kind of defensive play they were hoping for.
Longhorns shooting their first free throw of the evening.
17 at the line for one.
What's up?
Every coach has their own philosophy, but Stan, you were telling me that it might not always align with their team style of play.
Yeah, look, Kevin, I think there's a difference between philosophy and style of play. And I think what you have to understand, philosophy are those immutable things that you think will win games regardless of the style. So that'll never change, but your style has to be fitted to your personnel.
That's no good. Couldn't get his first shot to go. Texas trails by 15. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Pass to Taylor. Texas moving it around. And another miss by Texas.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And he lobs it up toward the rim. It's picked off. Lets it go from deep. Good on the triple.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
Out to the right wing. To the wing right side. And he can't stop the run as he misses. Texas trails by 12. Quarter two and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. That doesn't go, and he's 0 of 1 from the field. Gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. From outside the arc, a three-pointer is right on target.
Defensively, if you're going to disrupt his rhythm, you have to put more pressure on him.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Big group substitution here for the Longhorns. With a break in the action, we go to the 2K leaderboard. See the teams that excelled at slowing the pace down a campaign ago.
I mean, they held opponents to so few points that it allowed them to win games even when their offense wasn't clicking.
And the Longhorns with possession here. 15-point game.
And they'll be doing their best to establish superiority over this club, something they failed to do a year ago. +8 in the rebound differential, one more reason why they're in control.
Now here's Anthony. That one falls, his second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. And again, the Longhorns, no good. Gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Throws it up high. Here's Diawara. 12 points for him. 5 on the clock. Anthony in the corner. With the putback. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Diawara's got 14.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. Teardrop shot. Rebounded by Freeman. Gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Pass to Pope. Texas moving it around. The Longhorns need to get off a shot. And again, the Longhorns, no good. They've gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
So, GA, between the NBA Cup, the play-in, the new All-Star game formats, the NBA not averse to some experimentation.
No doubt.
Both teams will make substitutions. And that one misses. Greg Anthony Edwards is full of confidence, and it's beautiful to watch.
And rightfully so. Ant can do it all on the floor. As complete of a wing as you'll find in our league.
Steps back. Here's Anthony, and he banks in the layup. Anthony's got 4 points in the quarter.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Clark outside. 1:15 left in the first half of the game. Shot to stop the run. They get it again. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. Clark's got his second bucket tonight.
How about the energy he showed on the glass, outworking everyone and getting rewarded for it.
Pass to Anthony. Launches a 3. That's good, and it's his 4th basket of the game. He's a strong 4 for 6.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Here's Pope. Clark outside. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's Starling. And the 3 ball is good. Starling's got his first 3 points of the game.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
To the left side wing. Pulls it from 20, and that's good for 2. Pope's got 5. A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. Delivering the blowout. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit.
Hello and welcome. Before we take a look at the action from the first half, a brief overview of some upcoming games. It would appear there were some fun games headed our way, guys.
Yeah, I'm all about fun. I had the crew rig up some confetti for later in the show.
Yeah, that was a fun idea. I saw that. And actually, we have a surprise for you.
Yeah, big fella, we sent the crew to your car instead. 20,000 pieces of confetti all over the interior. Have fun cleaning that thing. And now how about those first 2 quarters of play? Just a dominating performance for the home team.
They've been great on the board. Once these guys establish the position, it's hard to root them out here, Shaq.
Tough physical approach. We'll see if adjustments are made on the other side to try and counter that. That's what you were going to say, wasn't it, Shaq?
Yeah, I was asleep. I'm sorry.
And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. The Longhorns with the ball. They'll take on the Thunder at Paycom Center after this one. That is game 3 of this 4-game trip. They've got Anthony, and it's Diawara in at the 5 spot. And that's the 5 to begin the second half for Mitch Johnson. Clock at 4. Pass to Pope, beyond the arc. Diawara with the rebound. Diawara's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Here's Starling. The 3. That one misses. Clark outside. Here's Pope. Lets the 3 fly. Diawara with the rebound. 71% all in all in this one. They've been brilliant offensively. Outside Anthony. Out to the right wing. Here's Starling. He's covered by Clark. Here's Diawara, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Let's go. And the shot no good, a bit short.
Well, halftime is supposed to be for adjustments. I'm sure this isn't what they had in mind.
Longhorns passing it around. Now Clark, 5 points in the game. Shoots the 3. Diawara with the rebound. Diawara's.
Well, it's been a frustrating night for him at the offensive end. Just not able to give them any kind of a lift.
There's a screen. And here's Anthony from the arc. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from 3-point range.
Clark for 3. And another miss by Texas.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Thank you, guys. Well, the NBA is cutthroat. All-star Kevin Durant said, you've got to build up that dislike for guys that you're competing against, and you can't be friends while you're on the court. It's a dog-eat-dog world, especially when you're at the level of greatness. You don't want anybody to take that thing you've got. Back to you.
All right, Allie, thanks a lot. From past the arc, Diawara with the rebound.
Well, his shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
Pass to Freeman from the arc. Texas grabs the miss. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. They need this one. And it's good on the way in.
Nice execution by the offense. generating a good look.
Gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Stolen away. Here's Pope, covered by Anthony. Pope kicks to Clark. There's the three. Buries it from three-point range. Clark's got his third basket of the night.
Well, it's only his second three of the night. If he's going to heat up, the second half is a great time to do it.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. Changes here. And let's go to the 2K leaderboard to see the teams that blocked the most shots in the NBA last year.
Well, last season, this was a team that prided itself on protecting the rim. They were not an easy group to score on inside.
To the right side. Here's the screen. All sorts of time. And the rebound goes to the Longhorns.
Well, if you give him that shot again, I'm willing to bet he nails it, especially with that lack of defensive effort.
There's the triple. The shot off that time.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to shoot his way out of this one or not.
1:52 left in the third. Lets it go with the three. He can't get that one.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Takes the three. The shot, no good.
And he has been ice cold from beyond the arc here since halftime, and he continues yet to fire away. He has got to tone it down if he wants to help his team.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
The tray. That shot, no good.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
Well, the offense has to look for ways to get him easier shots, better selections. You have to be set up for success.
Texas shooting around 24%. Not a good showing here. 34 seconds left to play in the third. Texas moving it around. Just 5 to shoot. Got it off in time and beat the shot clock, but it's no good. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
Well, he's a bit of an undersized center. However, his leaping ability can certainly mask that.
And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
It's just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Well, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. So on the floor for Texas.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Fades and shoots. Chalk up 2 there.
Easy little jumper for him right there, guys.
And the home team has possession. And when this game is done with, they'll be off to Los Angeles taking on the Lakers. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. Wasted no time on that one.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Well, Stan, one expression you hear, foul baiting. Players using sneaky tricks to draw a foul.
Yeah, look, Kevin, I'm not a huge fan of that, of guys developing that as a skill. But I will say this. It only works against undisciplined defense. If defense has the discipline to stay solid and fundamental, then you're not going to get baited into those things, and a lot of times those foul baiters end up taking bad shots.
Takes a three. It's good from long range.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Gone 2 or 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Over to the left wing. Low block shot on the way. Good work there as it goes.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
Yeah, they've looked really in sync after the break. Getting the shots they want and converting them.
From beyond the arc, it's hauled in by George. Gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Swiped away. Here's Pope. Lays it up off the glass.
Well, this is why you watch the floor at all times. The best shot can appear in the middle of your own.
Right wing. George sets a screen. Plenty of room to knock down the shot.
Well, they have leaned on him offensively with good reason. Efficiency will help you win a lot of games.
Pass to Pope. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. And the 3 off target. Gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. George sets a screen. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Pass to Pope, and they call an illegal screen here.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today. But you can't make it that obvious.
Gone 5 of 6 from the field to start the fourth quarter on a roll. Back to George. Over to the wing. Jacks up a 3. Pope with the rebound. Texas shooting just 26% out there. A terrible showing from an offense capable of much better. Longhorns passing it around. And that one's good by Clark.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the D still has to keep an eye on.
Out to the wing. Back to George. Out to the right wing. George sets a screen. A 3-ball. No good there. Texas shooting 57% in this fourth quarter.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
1:58 left to play here in the fourth. Here's Pope, defended by George. Bucket is good.
And how's that for a move? The killer crossover. That's a thing of beauty.
And so here's the home team. To the wing on the left. Right wing. 1:31 left in the fourth quarter. For three, he can't hit that time. Pass to Clark. Pulls from the top of the key, and Texas tacks on 2 more.
Whoa, he really got his defender on his heels on that one. What a fantastic play, guys.
To the left wing. Back to George. To the wing right side. To the right side. For the three. It's Clark with the rebound. And the Longhorns with possession here. There's 45 seconds left in the fourth. George with the ball. .23 seconds left to play in the final quarter. 6 on the shot clock. Can they get it? And the rebound goes to the Longhorns. Here's Pope. And so they get the victory here at home. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. Here with Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan, signing off for this presentation of NBA basketball. And as we leave, we present our player of the game.